lungs taste the air of time blown past fallen sand.
Atreides HEMA apologises for the profile video. I am apparently a complete idiot. It is also worth mentioning that while not professionals by any means, we do know what we're doing, and you mustn't try this at home. In this exchange, Kieran feints low and then goes high, trying to catch me off guard, but luckily I'm keeping my eye on his blade hand and manage to intercept it with my hand. I don't get good control, but I do sort of like blade it away, and then I can throw my own thrust. But to be honest, my knife would be in his head by the time he delivers his strike, so I might just be okay. A little bit of antagonising there, and a throw and kick, and a couple of parries, no score. Here I sort of slash both his wrists, it's all very funny, and then he lunges in with a lightning fast attack and actually manages to thrust me in the chest, which you can see here in the slow-mo. Comes in, winds his knife around so it's point on. Another bum rush. I managed to drive my blade into the side of his head. Push his hand down with my left hand before delivering a strike of my own. He does try and come up again, but my arm is on the crook of his elbow, so he can't get in. Savage little back and forth there. He cuts down across my chest, a glancing blow, and I deliver a devastating strike to the temple in return. Tries to grab my blade and loses the hand. Stab to the knee, followed by a couple of bonks on the forehead. My knife is edged, but I think even with a blunt rondel, that would still be like being hit in the head with a police baton, so effective nonetheless. I think we both died here. I was thrust to the neck, and I'm pretty sure I thrust him to the neck in return, or on the side of the head maybe. Yeah, simultaneous death. I've left this bit in not for the fighting, but for the context. I was in Croydon for 6 years before moving to Plymouth, and people just assume I'm good at knife fighting because of that, but I make the point here that running away is the best knife defense, which is exactly what I used to do. This is a lovely little example of binding up your opponent's blade before attacking. The knife he's using has quite wide quillons, so I've got something to just like latch onto there. And because he's so close, he's kind of asking for it. And then, yeah, a nice ice pick to the side of the head. Perfect. Again, another grab to the blade and a thrust to the chest. Avoidable if you keep your distance, but to be honest, I move quite fast there, so you didn't have much chance to get out of the way of it. Ooh, that was quite vicious. I think I thrust him across the face there. So he comes in low. I grab his wrist and then, right in the top of the head. So thrust up and over the top of his mask. I'm using the hand as a distraction here. This isn't what I call a legitimate technique, but it's very distracting. Puts his hand out and I stab the hand. He then stabs me in the heart. So obviously the bird hand isn't working very well. But there it did work quite well. I managed to grab a hold of his quillons again and yank him in before he could get away and thrust to the heart. Another double. I managed to catch his edged blade on my wrist, so I would have been cut. But as you can see, I deliver a thrust directly to the face. So, you know, I'm there for stitches. He needs a gravedigger. Double kill. Both thrust each other in the chest. Heart for heart. Yeah. I even put my arm up to try and stop him, just not far enough forwards. I don't know what I was doing here. I actually cornered myself. There was no reason for me to go into that corner, but then he just punished me by sort of cinematically slitting my throat. So I deserved that, because that was stupid. It looked very cool though. It looked very cool. A bum rush and a dodge. I think he was trying to stab me in the arm and caught me on the shoulder with his pommel. And then I throw the rondel. It actually lands point down in his chest, which I was quite happy about. There's the bum rush. His blade is the wrong way around. and then well, I just batter up to throw before he's even turned around. No chance. Brilliant. I do love these fights. Please don't try this at home. Instead, seek out your local HEMA club. And thank you for watching.